I would like all of us to go and study the work of Noah. You hear the minister speaking about Noah, and he teach for 150 years. And see, if we want to then start to get technical, we look at how many years the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught for, how much years the minister has been teaching for, and then we'll understand and get a grasp of roughly how much time Allah might spare us. Because the minister does not speak idle words. Yeah, the minister was speaking about people was laughing after Noah, and people was mocking Noah, and people was saying all kind of things about Noah. The same thing they have been saying about the minister. You won't be able to do this. Let's go to the messenger. What the Caucasian said to him, teaching white people is on an elephant. And the messenger said, well, at least I've got 1 foot in. And we have to understand, brothers and sisters, if not before, but now is a time for us to pay close attention to the world stage. Since Savior's Day address happened and the minister called certain things out, it's been mayhem in the world. The Jews are up in the world with this, that, and the other. Yet, the minister is saying to them, let's have a dialogue. If what I'm saying is so disturbing, let's have a dialogue. Why you don't want to have a dialogue? Isn't that the best way of going forward for people? Isn't that the best way to let the world understand that you are not what the minister or the scriptures perceive you to be? Isn't it the best way to let us as a people that let's sit down and see how we can best work this thing out? I don't want to praise my brother, but I've got to give due the respect where the respect is due. Last week, Brother Leo was up here speaking, and Brother Leo spoke about, can you imagine that some of us will be there jostling for position of who is going to be leading the nation? As soon as the minister opened up, what was one of the first things he spoke about? You know, some of you are worrying about who is going to be my successor. And I looked at Sister Janet and looked at my wife and say, whoa, what is it that our brother is tuning into, that every time he's here at the front and the minister come and speak, the minister come right along. None of us can say, oh, brother, you got to look at the notes, because our meeting is way before their meeting. So something is happening in the world. Look at the fall of America. Is it idle words the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad was given to us? Or no, it's a word that is coming through fruition. Look at the state of America. Look at the president that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said to us, he's in position by the grace of God. See, they're making big noise about Brexit, and they need to get out of Europe, and they need to do this, and they need to do that. And their closest ally is America. They have this special relationship. I don't know if it's the special relationship they want the black community to have with the police. But if that is an example, that is not a special relationship. How could you have a special relationship for your friend, but your friend is exporting things to you and you're carrying up the tariff on what they're exporting to you? That's right. You are now starting a trade war with the rest of the world. First it was China. China was doing this, and China was doing this, and Korea was doing this, and Korea was doing that. No, your family, because that's what he is. He's a European. He's descendants of European. No, you're going to war with your European brothers and sisters. And it's for us to now get the book the fall of America and understand that when America goes down, her job is to take all of us. All of us. Look at the scriptures. Understand the scriptures for yourself. See that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad was taught by someone. He got an insight of what was going to happen. We call it prophecy. And if somebody has made it clear what is being prophesied to them, then that means when we see it, we need to acknowledge and say, my God, my God, worthy is the Lamb to come and take the book. He has taken the book and he's now revealing what's in the book to his student. We was talking about it in study guide. The minister is clear. The minister is not waving. That's why on Sunday he got the Talmud and he read from the Talmud. So see, if they want to go to war with your book. Don't go to war with him. He's only quoting from the book. This is the book that you have written with your own hands. And the Quran made it clear. Once you write it with your own hands, trouble. It's trouble. Praises are due to Allah. We have got a brother that loves us so much that he's trying to fulfill scripture. As Jesus said, greater works. Well, here we are. Let us rise and take our rightful place. No one is going to do it for us. No one loves us as much as the messenger and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. No one. No one took as much time teaching us. Between the two of them, there's nearly 100 years of teachings. Yeah? So, what we're waiting for? We're waiting for the 150 to see the rain start falling, to understand that we won't be able to get on that ark. The minister is building the ark around us, and he's giving us an invitation. Come in or die. Do we want to be like Samson? Realize, God, I haven't lived a particular life, so Allah, kill me with my enemies. No, I'm hoping that I can see it for what it is and say, Allah, I hear the call. Let me go to the one that is sounding the trumpet. The minister is clear. There's no more that the minister can do with the teachings. He has turned the teachings every which way to remove any doubt in our mind, to understand that Jesus is not just in the book, Jesus is walking among us. And we're going to be asking the question, when are we going to see God? And he's going to have to turn around and say, how long have I been walking among you? And you haven't, praises are due to Allah, and you haven't realized who the God is. The God is here. We want to be like what? Lazarus. Dying 4 days and stinking. Well, we were that just before we heard the word. So once we heard the word, the napkin should have been taken off our eyes. Whatsoever earplugs that we had in our ears should have been taken out. The word should have been poured down inside of us. And now is for the manifestation of what we are going to have to do. This is not oh, let me do it today and tomorrow I can rest. When the minister come out, people are like, oh, Hosanna, Hosanna. But what? After he is given a lecture, what? Just like what Brother Alvin was saying. Yesterday, all of us got a text of the passing. And I'm sure some people say, well, the minister is working for Allah. How? Why not? The word has got to be made real. Can't get closer than losing one of your children. The Quran say, in that day, our children You try to give a word to your children. You only can give a clear word. But if you're giving a word and you're not a good example, what's the point in giving the word? Because some of us, we're looking at, yeah, but I don't see your life change. So why are you coming to bring that word to me? You haven't changed your life. You haven't changed your family life. Minister just have to keep on doing what he's doing. He have to understand within himself, that's Allah's work. There's nothing that he can do. All he have to do as a servant of Allah is continue giving the word. It's for us now is to take that word and make that word flesh. Do we love one another enough that when there is a crisis and I don't have anything to eat, I can phone up my brother and say, brother, I'm in trouble. That's why we got to get our storage together. See, all these little things that are happening in the world are little glimpses of things to come. A couple of weeks ago, our brother here, Brother Leo, he was speaking about this Salisbury poisoning and said, you know, that could be a hoax. It could be a hoax. And some of us are like, did you hear in the news that one of these countries done a mock assassination? That's right. Full blown, and put it to the world that Russia want to assassinate this man. So they done a full thing, and he was in the morgue and he was watching it, and I said, look at this. How many things they have put together, and for us we're like, look at this wicked thing. All of a sudden they're bringing up what happened in London Bridge. How come all of a sudden that just went quiet? What happened in London Bridge? This terrorist activity that happened in London Bridge. You remember the clip that was going afterwards when they show you police officers was putting on certain things.
That's right, that's right. I will find out what's before that.
We're dealing with people who have technology to another level. They say the first thing that happened in war is truth. And because they have got the media, they work the media to the best of their ability. Casualty of war. And we can't afford, we can't say, oh, we hear the word, know the word, believe in the word, and then we are caught short. This whole thing with visa, and you say to yourself, boy, I need to keep some cash in my house. Because what's going to happen if you're trying, you at the supermarket have your trolley with all your food, you ain't got no money, you go up, the cashier said to you, £150, you put your card in here, access denied. You know you just got paid yesterday, you know your bills are not coming out until Monday. So I mean access denied. So how am I going to pay for my food? How am I going to feed the rest of my family? If we're not partaking in fasting, boy, that is some serious fast you're going to now have to implement at that time until when you can get some money to buy food to feed yourself and your children. It's real. My wife was saying to me yesterday, we need to start get our survival kit up because we only have the basics. We need to get our survival kit, brothers and sisters. The fall of America is no joke, and as America fall, she intends to take the whole world with her. That's why you see the president is the way he is. One time they're having a meeting, then they're not having a meeting, and now they're having the meeting again. And so everybody's like, please have this meeting, please. Yeah, but Korea is saying, the meeting is not about me getting rid of no nuclear, because I haven't dropped no atomic energy on no one. You're the only one that has done that. So if anybody need to curtail anything, it's you. So now they're sitting down around the table, and I'm waiting anxiously to hear Minister Farrakhan take on it. Not their take, because you know, when the news come out, they will be twisting it left, right, and center. When the man of God give you the take on it, then you can take it as its gospel. But they have to try their best as a superpower to do what they can. And he's got it right. America is first. He don't care about no one else. America is first. You can do what you're doing in Europe, but he's letting you know anything that have to do with America, America is first. Anything, well, America and Israel first. Because we are aware that Israel has got nuclear capabilities. None of the countries in the Middle East can handle Israel on their own. None of them. That's why Iran is a problem to them. And that's why they have to stir up what they can to get the whole world on their side so they can justify going into Iran. But the minister made them know, what is it, 10 years ago, and the minister said, oh, the Iranian people are a different set of people. Don't go there. Don't go there. And any one of us have our nieces and nephews who are talking about, oh, I think I better go and join the army. Tell them to keep out of Satan's army. Because all that they think that they're going to fight for, they ain't fighting for anything to do with black people. We go and fight all these wars, we come back, we're still a nigger. We go and do this and we go and do that. They've got limitation to how far we can go. So come on, we have got an army of God that we need to be a part of. So let's join on to our army, accept our own and be ourselves. Yes, brothers and sisters, it's our time. And with that, I greet you with the greeting words of peace. We say it in the ancient tongue of Arabic of Assalamu alaikum. Praise be to Allah.